Hey guys, Corey here with Starting Defense. Today I'm going to show you how to install your RAB-AD. This one's specifically for the AR-15. So when you open your package up, we've got you some instructions in there. We've got the RAB-AD itself. We've got the buffer spacer. We've got a couple of tools. We've got an Allen wrench to tighten up your flange connector. A little tool to also tighten up your flange connector. And then a castle nut tool. Both of those tools are going to be run on a 3/8 drive ratchet wrench. So let's get to it. So you take your buffer tube, and then you're going to take your male cam lock housing, which is going to be the side with the two springs on it. Take your buffer tube, run your castle nut all the way down, your receiver plate all the way down, and then just thread that into the male cam lock housing. You're going to thread that buffer tube in all the way until it bottoms out in the male cam lock housing. Once you get it to bottom out, just back it up until it aligns with your receiver plate, and then you just push the receiver plate in, compress those springs, and then follow that up with your castle nut. That castle nut should be torqued down to 30 foot-pounds. You're going to find that a little difficult to tighten that up to 30 foot-pounds while it's on the table like this. So what you can do is just tighten that by hand, set it off to the side. Once we get everything put together, you can install this on the gun, and then you can torque it down, and then that's going to be the easiest way. If you find that your release button is a little too stout for you to push, and you don't like it, you take this back apart, and you can take a specific spring out back here, and we'll show you some B-roll footage of which spring to take out, and that's going to reduce your poundage by about half. Next, we take our buffer and our buffer spring, press the lever over, which opens the tube up, slide all that in, and then our buffer spacer goes in the groove side down. Press that in. Now that's all locked in. Let's go. Next, we're going to take our lower receiver. Here on the back of your lower receiver, you're going to want to drop your detent and then your detent spring. Next, take your female cam lock housing, and you have to compress this spring, the detent spring. Once that's done, hold that into place. Take your flange connector, and then you thread into the back of the lower receiver. Get it started by hand, and then you can take the tool All right, once you get that threaded in, you want to back that off a little bit so that it exposes your detent, your buffer retainer hole. Drop this into place, and then you can thread your flange connector back in to capture the buffer detent. And now you torque your flange connector to 20 foot-pounds. Once you get that tightened up, take your Allen wrench. There's a little set screw in the bottom that's going to run in and touch that flange connector. That's going to keep it from backing out, so you don't have to put any Loctite or anything like that on it. Once you get that done, you can install your buffer tube onto your lower receiver, and you're good. And from this point, if you've got a torque wrench, you can take this tool, and that'll allow you to tighten up your castle nut. And again, that one should be about 30 foot-pounds or so. Thank you.